sport.
The best players are from California.
The most Hall of Famers, the most people on the Olympic team, the most people, the most All-Stars. They said they up in the chat about the Pat Bev, and we saw through the little BS story you try to tell us. Love you, by the way. Great content. I think it's about the Pat Bev.
Okay, so what is it? Like what? So what is he?
I don't know. I think people really want Pat Bev to play, and it's like, come on, man. He wasn't invited. He invited himself to the cookout, and I think that I just, like, I understand when everyone's I understand where you're coming from, because I don't think anybody noticed. Have you noticed that
nigga wasted $89? Shout out.
No, Lou Will.
Rick Seville in the chat.
Lou Will Lane accepting the challenge. Jeff Teague ain't accepting the challenge, nor Ty Lawson.
They haven't agreed?
No.
But the thing is, though,
it was because it was just the four of them. It was four people. That was it. And everybody's been trying to get into it because it's been going viral.
Yeah.
And that's really what it was. It wasn't that we just calling niggas out, let's play. It was really these four came up with this idea, and these four is setting up this play.
And the crazy thing about all this, I'm scared to play him. He's not even better than the three dudes I called out. So how am I scared to play him? But he ain't better than the three guys I called out.
You know what's so funny about the one-on-one? And I've been watching a lot of one-on-one, and I think where they mess up the content and they mess up the purity of the game is they've made it this brute basketball type of idea. Like I was watching, I don't know what league it was, and I used to watch King of the Hill, and it's brute basketball. They just let you foul all day, and then, like when you allow just a whole bunch of fouling and holding and hacking, it takes away skill.
Yeah.
So if you got referees, have the referees blow the whistle and stop making it nasty basketball.
Yeah.
Like it's just straight fouling, taking away the idea of what basketball really is, what one-on-one really is. So it's like basically the strongest person has the advantage. If you're calling fouls, then it's just skill.
Yeah, dudes start getting tired, and obviously they start fouling.
Yeah, like I was looking at it like, yo, man, that's a foul, dog. Like, call a foul.
Yeah, but Gil, like we wouldn't play like that. Like you know what I'm saying? Like if I'm playing against Lou Will and I'm playing against Jeff Teague, and I'm like,
it's not overpowered basketball. It's actually basketball.
Yeah, it's basketball. Like we gonna 3 or 4 dribbles, get to your shit. Like if we was playing in practice, like it's gonna be competitive, but we not,
all the holding and grabbing and like
all the unnecessary is like, come on now. But no, we gonna play, we gonna complete for sure. But it's
watch the next chapter. Like I said, I think it was that. I seen like it was like Pat. It was Beasley and Lance was talking about what he can do. He said, "Oh, I can hold you like this and do this," and I'm like, "No, no, that's not basketball, dog. Where if you thinking physical strength and a whole bunch of holding and fouling is basketball." I don't watch it.
So I don't know about that.
Y'all don't.
Hey, Jimmy got to get out the chat. Jimmy got to get out the chat. That's too reckless.
The chosen people, y'all don't respect defense. LA Hooper soft. The difference between defense and fouling is two different things. Defense is defense. Defense means whatever the rules are, I'm playing within those rules. Fouling me and holding me is not actually considered defense. Like when you talk about the best defensive players in the NBA, do you see Kawhi Leonard out there playing the type of basketball that you are considering defense? The Pistons, how many, or not this Pistons, but the bad boys, how many made the all NBA defensive team? Because the defense is the defense, right? Clotheslining motherfuckers is not defense. They didn't get credited for that. Right? Michael Jordan got credit for his defense. Kobe got credit for his defense. Shit, even crazy ass Dennis Rodman got credited for his defense. Gary Payton credited for his defense. Who made all defensive team 3 times? The nigga who was clotheslining everybody? Joe Dumars. Defense. He wasn't, you know.
But the thing about like California, we saw like, bro, I don't ever remember us being soft. We just play a certain way, and we always was going to tournaments winning. Like the best players in the NBA, like even from AAU, all that everybody being tough, being hard. But then California, we always come back with the trophies and everything. Like we was never losing tournaments. Like even when y'all was coming up, Gil, like Barron and all y'all, like y'all wasn't going to the East Coast losing.
No,
because when it was time to play basketball, we was whooping everybody's ass.
Other cities put a lot of extras on their skill level and ability.
Like even in the NBA,
get this work.
The best players are from California. Like,
come get these buckets, please.
The most Hall of Famers, the most people on the Olympic team, the most people, the most All-Stars.
Like, this whole thing about LA being soft, and it's like, bro, we're not soft. We just lay back.
Like I seen somebody was talking about who produces the best hoopers, and then they keep throwing New York City in there. Man, New York ain't produced basketball since the 80s, the 70s, the 60s, the 50s. Like after 2000, name all your good players since 2000. The last great wave of New York, you're talking about Ron Artest, Marbury, Lamar Odom. That group, that was the last great group of pure New York basketball, right? Then you have like Lance Stevenson, you have Kimball Walker, Telfair, right? You have those guys who come through, but when you're talking about the mecca of the mecca of basketball was a long time ago. That was a long time ago.
Living in the past.
Like Melo is Baltimore basketball.
Facts.
Oh,
that is, it's like you got to really update your, like when we talk about, all right, let's go to the All-Star game right now, or in the last 10 years, let's name all the people who actually played middle school and high school in New York basketball. How many do you actually have?
Okay, Christian Brown.
Okay, Christian Brown.
Get my numbers for me, please.
I need about to change that.
Yeah, Cayenne is coming.
Yeah, Cayenne.
Yeah, but he didn't even make the McDonald's game, which I thought game was in New York. That's blasphemy.
Because he didn't play 50. He didn't play 50% of the season. I guess he was hurt this season, so he didn't. So there's actually requirements for the McDonald's game. You have to play 50% of the season, and you have to be ranked within the top 24.
Okay. So Elijah was able basically to skip his senior year and still was top 24 even in the class.
Yeah, he was 11. Yeah, he was 11.
Which is wild.
But like even if Cayenne was top 24, he didn't play 50% of the games. So when people talk about Bronny, Bronny got a little loophole in because
he was hurt his senior year, right? He missed. I'm sure he played 50%, but
he played 50%. But what happened with him was this: there was like 6 or 7 players that actually couldn't play in the game. They wasn't qualified. They was ineligible. So like OTE, remember those guys are getting paid. So technically, you were a professional. You wasn't really a high school kid. So basically, all the kids who played, like the Thompson twins, I don't think they played in McDonald's. Right? The Thompson twins didn't play in McDonald's. They were paid high school players, so they didn't get to play. Rob Dillingham didn't get to play.
That's offensive foul. Jesus.
Did Jalen Green didn't play either in the McDonald's, right? Yeah. So once you became a paid athlete, those guys. So let's say Bronny was 32. All the players that got paid, they're out. He moves to 24.
Yeah.
It's easier to do.
Yo, why do they have Kawhi Leonard bringing the ball?
But I would have had him in the game for sure if I was on the committee.
Yeah,
I think about ratings and shit like that. So
there's
I'm
always
more entertainment than logistics.
Exactly. That's all I'm saying. You want people to watch the game.
Yeah. It's in New York. I mean, whatever rules you need to put for New York, you do it. Who cares?
I feel it's kind of like the Olympics. Like, somebody from the hometown should be represented.
Yeah, like people talking about Kyrie's jersey. What's so funny is I think Jersey since 2000 produced better NBA players than New York. But the problem with New York is it's hard to really say because in high school, because the niggas be so older majority of the time, they go to prep schools after. They go to prep school, so you don't know where they graduate from. So that's hard with New York too, because you don't know who's from New York.
But they can't shoot either.
No, that's fact.
Like they can't. For the most part. Like I love New York, but they can't shoot. Like but they'll come down. They got their handles and their showmen. Like they can it's like Showtime. But
why is that though?
But like when it come down to like playing them, I remember playing Danny Green and them. I remember playing Kemba Walker, Irvin Walker, and all them. Man, we used to go at them and beat them every time.
Yeah, because I think New York. The fuck you talking about? New York. How do we know who's there? Remember, most of those players be 19 in high school, so they got to leave and play prep school. I'm sorry you don't know that, but some of those guys. The reason that they can't finish high school in New York is because they're older, so they got to go. They got to go play in prep school somewhere. Once they go to prep school, we don't know who they are because their high school says somewhere else.
That same rule as LA though, right? Like I forget what the age cutoff is, but
yeah. So you don't really know who's who. Like you know what I mean? It's like you got to really do some digging and all that. He was born here, but he never stepped a foot. Like we don't know. High school. You play high school in the city. That's who you're from. Or middle school and high school. That's where you're from.
Texas Hoopers. Man, watch out.
Texas got a lot of hoopers.
Texas is a big ass state though.
Like what we know right now for sure is LA,
DC,
Baltimore, the DMV as a group.
Yeah, DMV.
Texas.
You would put Chicago?
Indiana still no, of course, Chicago. Canada. The motherfuckers are producing a lot of fucking athletes, a lot of NBA players.
Well, who? Let's see. Who? We got a name.
A lot.
Okay, what's your top 5, Gil?
They got the MVP this year.
Yo, name your top 5.
Top 5 what?
Just hoopers, like from the NBA, like who got the most like who got the best hoopers? I think we're number 1. So I'm gonna just.
Oh no, LA's number 1. Number 2. Are we going off of talent? Right, we're going off of talent. Who's producing the best talent?
Yeah.
Second, the DMV or Texas. The DMV or Texas is holding number 2 for sure. One of those two. Whoever's not 2, they're definitely 3. Then probably Chicago. Like we got to really dissect like those groups because Texas is big as fuck and you don't really know.
No, you're right.
But Chicago, Texas, or the DMV is 2 for sure. Then it goes 2, 3, 4, and then 5 is probably Indiana, Jersey, New York.
They're saying
I'm gonna go us first. I'm gonna go Texas. And then I'm gonna go DMV, Chicago.
I know North Carolina's up there somewhere.
They're saying that the DMV is multiple states and the District of Columbia.
But it's so small. It's like
whose fault is that? We didn't make the map.
Yeah, what about Seattle?
Hey, Seattle.
Seattle. I was gonna say Seattle might be 5 for me.
They said LA's weak. Right? Okay. Whew. Okay, let's just do this. Let's go.
They said what? LA week?
All-star.
Oh my God, nobody want to hear them. Man, we got the best start. Man, put your best starting 5 that came out of your city. I'll tell you I'll tell you our starting 5 and go find a better 5.
All right, let's see. Okay, where's Jalen Brunson from? Donovan Mitchell. Where are they from?
I think Donovan Mitchell, New York, right? Brunson is from.
Oh, he's from South Jersey? See, that's what I'm saying. You don't know who people. Okay, Donovan Mitchell's from New York?
If I'm not mistaken. Yeah, Jalen Brunson from What, New Brunswick, New Jersey?
From Jersey.
Yeah, all you do is just go through the All-Star game every year, top 24 players, and then you just see where everyone's from.
Yeah, Donovan Mitchell's from New York.
Brunson's from Chicago.
Shout out to
That
the
makes
great
sense.
state
That
of New
makes sense.
Jersey.
Huh?
Shout out to the great state of New Jersey. Trenton makes the world takes, ladies and gentlemen.
If we're doing states, California, man, J Kidd at the 1.
I don't even know. I don't even know if J Kidd is even. You forgot. You're forgetting, like, when NBA started, those guys that started NBA, they only came from a couple cities.
So Texas, I think, as of late, has been really coming through. So shout out Alex Montel Miller in the chat, said just a few Texas Hoopers: Tyrese Maxey, De'Aaron Fox, Kay Cunningham, Jimmy Butler, Chris Bosh, LaMarcus Aldridge, Kenyon Martin. Put some respect on our name.
Yeah, that's why I said they number 2 behind us. Because I'm looking
in this new era of basketball. I mean, what's so funny is Sierra Canyon alone has about 8 NBA players.
That's fair, but
You know what I mean? I'm just thinking, like, I mean, that's what I said. That's going to be that will be a great debate, but there has to be rules on that debate.